I do expect essays to have evidence and support.
And the entire to be or not to be speech. So that'll be it.
Wait, okay. You're giving us 2 essays that have 2 prompts in them?
There are 5 essay prompts, you choose 2.
And one of them is the to be or not to be.
One of them deals specifically with it, but at any point, I'm saying these quotes are there because of reference. You know? Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to read them. One time and one time only.
You'll say get them.
Oh my gosh, they'll be on Facebook?
No, because then no one's going to even listen right now.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm listening. I don't have a Facebook.
Just
ready?
take a break in between.
There we go. Number 1. Frailty, thy name is woman. Discuss this theme in terms of the 2 women in the play. In what ways are they similar, and in what ways are they different? And how do both of them prove or disprove Hamlet's remark?
Wow.
Okay. Number 2. Nothing is either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. I can be bound in a nutshell and count myself the king of infinite space where not that I have any dreams. Oh, what a piece of news, man. How infinite the faculties. What is this quintessence thus man delight me not? These 3 remarks
try and write it down.
Make up these 3 remarks make up Hamlet's general philosophy. Discuss what his philosophy comes down to, everybody dies, and analyze it in terms of the to be or not to be soliloquy at the end of the play. Who died and the end of the play. And the end of the play. Who dies, who doesn't, and why, to both questions. 2, can fault be attributed? If so, who is to blame? 3, is Hamlet crazy, or is he a fantastic actor? Choose one side or both, or somehow, and argue for it using evidence in the text. Further, how does his being crazy or not determine the final meaning of the play? Meaning, what events are his fault or not fault because he's actually crazy or just acting? Yeah. Number 4, compare and contrast Hamlet and Laertes. Discuss their many similarities and their striking differences. Then make an argument as to who? Hamlet and Laertes.
Sorry, you can keep it up with this.
Then make an argument as to whom the play sees as right, or neither or both. Meaning, like, who does the play kind of support more? And it may not be either. That's your argument. Finally, claim your own view of the 2 of them and support it. 5, words, words, words. Both Polonious and Hamlet are masters of words. Discuss the ways in which they use them dramatically or comically or otherwise, and compare and contrast the effectiveness of that use in terms of what the play thinks. Support with evidence. Okay. With essays, here's the number 1 thing you need to know. There is not a right answer. Okay? There are wrong answers, but there is not a right answer.
There's no right answer.
Let me be perfectly clear. What I want, quiet please. What I want is for you to think. Okay? I don't want you to get on SparkNotes and tell me what SparkNotes thinks. I don't want you to tell me what I think, because I already know what I think. What I want you to do is think. Okay? You're going to see prompts. You've read Hamlet. You've seen it perform. I've asked questions that you can work through. You just have to trust yourself enough to start to work through them. When I say stuff like, what does it mean? Just start to think. What does it mean? I know it's probably pretty new. This is the beginning of this level of thinking that I want for you guys, but that's the thing. You have to trust yourself to think. And I mean that as sincerely as I mean anything that I teach. Okay? I don't want you to think that there's this one right answer that I'm looking for or not. What I want is for you guys to blow me away with what you can think and then support. Use the book and just support your argument, okay? And you can say, oh, it's too hard, oh, it's whatever, it's college level thinking and all this stuff. Oh, you have a master's degree. Fine, all of which true. But I've also had students from every grade, from 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, every year write something that when I read it, I go, whoa, that's really interesting. And as soon as it's interesting and well supported and something new and novel, they're so on their way to an A, it's just ridiculous, okay? I want you guys to be able to trust yourself to think. Not one of those papers that I've ever read that really was just knocked me down was something that was copied from or based on something I read on the internet or something, even necessarily something I've said in class. Everything that was good and really, really powerful that a student has written has been something that I could just see was they looked at it and let their brain think and made an argument. So when you're writing these essays, when you're thinking about this test, it's not math. There's a right answer section on this test. It's part 1 and part 2. And that part, you just fill it out. And I love math for a lot of reasons, but this is the part of English that is why I teach it, why I teach literature, because I get to think about what it means. It's really what I enjoy. So As you prepare for the test, remember that that's the point. Don't necessarily try and remember what happened, whatever. Try and remember why things happen, and then be able to tell me why. Number one thing I'll tell you, don't forget to use evidence. Okay? Don't forget to look at the text and go, here's why I think that. And there'll be places, oh, when he says this, this is why I think it, because he said that one line, remember? You have to do that. Okay, you have to cite the text. And you can do it in paraphrase. You could say, when Hamlet tells his mom that she's stupid, because he never says that word, but you could say that and I would know what you're talking about. But you have to cite, you have to use the text to support your arguments. Okay?
Okay. You want
it's difficult. Yeah, but I want you to think. I really don't think it's impossible. I don't have any problem expecting you guys to be able to think. That I'm fully confident.
It seems so easy when you say it when I get on the essay.
And when we get the test, I'm gonna be like, oh.
If I'm not thinking right now,
Well, yeah. On final day, get a good breakfast.
Can you write "think" on the chalkboard so we remember?
Okay, get a good breakfast.